When we lose someone we love, creating a tribute that truly honors who they were, well, it's one of the most important things we can do. It's so much more than just a schedule for a service. It's a memory you can hold in your hands. So how do we get this right, especially when we're going through such a difficult time? Today, we're going to explore that by taking a close look at an organization that has made this their entire mission.
This is a question that unfortunately many of us will have to face. When you're dealing with grief, and then you add tight deadlines on top of that, it can just feel completely overwhelming. Trying to design a memorial program in the midst of all that pressure, it's a huge task that really demands both a clear head and a compassionate heart. And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? Of course, a funeral program has a practical job to do. It gives structure to the service. But its real value, its true purpose, is as a tangible piece of remembrance. It's a memento that captures the essence of a unique life. And it becomes this cherished keepsake for family and friends for years and years to come. So where do you even begin with a task this important? We're going to use the funeral program site as a case study. They've built their entire reputation, not just on selling a product, but on being a compassionate guide for families all over the world.
Just look at that number, over 30 years.
Over 30 years.
30 years dedicated to this specific field has built this incredible foundation of trust. This isn't some new company trying to figure things out. That history means they have a deep, deep understanding of the nuances, the urgency, and the emotional weight that families are carrying. In that long-standing reputation, it's really built on these three core principles you see right here: compassionate care to make sure you feel supported, an absolute dedication to quality, and exclusive designs that make every single tribute feel both dignified and deeply, deeply personal.
Okay, so let's get into the how. How do they actually help families turn that feeling of stress into a moment of creative remembrance? Well, it all starts with giving you the right tools to craft a tribute that is truly one of a kind. Customization is it's everything. No two lives are the same, so no two tributes should be either. By offering this huge collection of themes, think about it. Honoring a veteran with a patriotic design, remembering a passionate gardener with a beautiful floral motif, or celebrating a rich heritage with cultural symbols, it lets families create something that genuinely feels like their loved one's spirit. All right, let's dive into this table, because the format you choose can actually make a really big difference. The bifold, that's your classic familiar choice for most services. Super straightforward. The trifold is awesome for shorter services where you want a visually interesting layout with its 6 panels. But for those times when you want to include more, longer stories, multiple poems, or song lyrics, the booklet format is absolutely perfect. It makes sure everything is readable, nothing is cramped, and it feels substantial. It feels like a true keepsake. Now, beyond the design itself, the process of creating it is just as important. The funeral program site has structured their services to meet families exactly where they are, no matter their timeline, their budget, or how comfortable they are with technology. And this, right here, is what's so incredible. The sheer flexibility is amazing. You can be totally hands-on with a DIY template or an online editor if you want. You can get a little bit of help with their editing service. You can even go completely digital. Or, and this is for those who need the most support, there's a complete done-for-you service. There is honestly a path for everyone. And this done-for-you option, this is their premier white glove service. It is designed to completely remove the burden from the family's shoulders. You provide the photos and the text, and their team of professional designers takes care of literally everything else, from the layout and touching up photos to high-quality printing and shipping. It is the most seamless, stress-free path to a beautiful, professional tribute.
As technology evolves, so do the ways we can remember and share our memories, and the funeral program site has really embraced this, offering some innovative digital services that bring a whole new dimension to remembrance. One of their most unique offerings is something called the Living Memory Animated Clip. Now, this isn't about creating something artificial or strange. It's about taking a photo you treasure and using very subtle, tasteful AI animation to add these gentle movements. A soft blink, a slight turn of a smile, the look of natural breathing. It adds this layer of presence and warmth to a still image in a way that so many families find incredibly comforting. And this just brilliantly shows how versatile a creation like that can be. These gentle animations can be woven into memorial videos, shared on social media as a moving tribute, or just saved as a private digital keepsake. It's a really powerful example of how we can use modern tools thoughtfully to preserve and share memories, not just with us, but with future generations too. So when we put all of these pieces together, the decades of experience, the deep customization, the flexible services, and these modern tools, what you see is a complete system. A system designed to transform a really difficult task into a truly meaningful act of love and remembrance. This right here is the crucial point. It shows how the funeral program site directly addresses the biggest challenges families face. The stress of design and deadlines, that's met with ready-to-go templates and full-service options. The fear of creating something generic or impersonal, that's answered with deep customization. And that feeling of being overwhelmed and alone, that's countered with compassionate human support. And in the end, it all comes back to this one idea. With the right tools and the right support, the whole process is elevated. What might start as just an item on a checklist becomes a final, beautiful gift, a tribute that truly, truly honors the memory of a unique and cherished life. And if you've stayed with me all the way to the end, thank you. I know this isn't an easy topic, and the fact that you took the time to watch really means something. When it comes to creating a memorial or planning a tribute, it's not about getting every detail perfect. It's about honoring a life in a way that feels true, meaningful, and respectful. With the right support and guidance, something that feels overwhelming can become a moment of remembrance you feel at peace with. If you have any questions after watching this, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And if you're comfortable sharing, you're also welcome to share any experiences or thoughts you've had along the way. Sometimes hearing from others can be more helpful than we realize. You're not alone in this, and there's no right or wrong way to move through it. Thank you again for being here. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.